Out on the field, there are national missionaries, over 10,000 of them, who are able to reach the unreached, but they have very few resources. Here in the U.S., we are loaded with resources, more than any Christian people in the history of the world has ever possessed, but we can't get to the unreached. We're in the wrong country, we're the wrong color, we speak the wrong language. Could we combine all of the resources that we have here with all of the access that they have there to reach the people that we've never been able to reach before? The answer is yes, but somebody has to be the link, and that is what we do here. My name is Jonathan Lawgry. I have a family of 6, 4 daughters, and my wife Erica. I was 29. I went to a Christian conference for a few days, and while I was there between speakers, there was this guy with a table full of books. And as I was walking by, he said, "Hey, it's a free book if you promise to read it." I said, "Well, what's in it?" And he said, "Well, it's about a revolution in world missions." And he said, "This book changed my life more than any other book but the Bible." And I thought, all right, that's an uncommon recommendation. I'll take your book. After I read Revolution in World Missions, I began to think more about eternity than retirement. If I supported a missionary and he planted a church and they sent out 3 other missionaries, what's the impact in 30 years? Surely that surpasses anything the stock market could do. So we pretty much changed everything. Changed our plans, we changed our spending, we changed our lifestyle. For the last 7 years, we've lived here in Texas serving at GFA. Serving here at GFA is not a job. It is a mission. In a job, I'm using my skills and experience to do what I know how to do. But in a mission, I'm using my life to accomplish whatever that mission is, to reach the unreached. A big part of serving at GFA that's really unique is the community aspect of it. When God led them out here into the country from being in Dallas, Texas, a big part of the reason was the desire that staff who were raising their own support could live modestly and not have huge housing expenses. And they accomplished that by buying a big piece of land and constructing single-family homes that staff could live in very inexpensively. The other half of that vision was that community is built through proximity almost more than anything else. Our neighbors, we can see, and they can see us, and we know them. We know everyone on our street, and in fact, everyone on the campus. We sort of live in a community of mutual friendship and support here. That's a big part of how we manage to stay in the battle that God has called us to. Here at GFA, we're connecting over 40,000 believers in the West with over 10,000 missionaries reaching the unreached. But there's only about 100 of us. If Satan has half a wit about him, by far the easiest way to disrupt this whole process is to focus his attack on this little band of 100 GFA staff that are connecting all of these people together. So coming here, I didn't know it at the time, but I can in retrospect say that I see both it reasonably and also experientially is like walking into the middle of a war zone. As we've gone through various trials here serving at GFA, we really have no weapons against spiritual attack other than prayer and worship. And that's why it makes sense that we raise up a team of supporters, not just to support us financially, but to support us in prayer. I used to think, why not just a prayer team? That'd be a whole lot easier to go out and ask for. But then I read the passage, where your treasure is, there your heart is also. And I thought, how many people that I don't financially support do I regularly pray for? So it isn't just that we need the financial support, which we do, just like Jesus did, but we need them praying for us in order to survive in the work of the ministry. And it makes sense now why we pray 3 times a day here in the office together, and then on Tuesday nights, and then on Friday nights once a month, and special days of prayer and fasting. If our only defense and our primary offense in the spiritual war is prayer and worship, we need to do a lot of it. Serving here at GFA is not a job. It is a mission. There are over 40,000 donors and sponsors supporting the work of GFA and over 10,000 workers on the field, and there are only 100 people here in the GFA office. It's a small number of people that make a huge work possible.